Call of Duty 2 was made in 2005 by Infinity Ward under the parenting of Activision. Developed by Infinity Ward, the game was a World War II shooter that would eventually lead to the rise and popularization of the Call of Duty franchise, eventually becoming one of the most popular video game franchises in history. The game featured, as you can probably know, the World War II whole aspect of a first-person shooter, and it revolutionized a good amount when it came to the expectations of what a game truly meant. As eventually you would have Call of Duty 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty World at War, and then Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and so on and so forth. Call of Duty 2 was obviously one of the earlier, and one of the earliest actually, other than Call of Duty 1, entries into the Call of Duty series. That is, however, not meaning that this was the only version of Call of Duty 2, meaning that Call of Duty 2 wasn't just Call of Duty 2 and that's it. They eventually wanted to expand upon the popularization of Call of Duty 2, and they eventually made a more obscure, lesser-known Call of Duty. Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1. This was back when Treyarch and Infinity Ward worked simultaneously on the same project, essentially, as this was merely an expansion to the game Call of Duty 2, however, it was its own CD and disc. Big Red 1 followed the adventures and the missions of the Big Red 1. The Big Red 1 was an actual division, which was the 1st Infantry Division of the U.S. Army, and it followed the player where they were able to experience World War II through the eyes of a soldier of this division. Now, it seems odd that I'm making a video about this because Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 is definitely an obscure video game, but it is my first actual Call of Duty game and how it holds a special place in my heart. However, I played it on GameCube, and this was just merely a photo I could find online. So, Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 was an interesting game. It was awesome. I loved it. I spent hours on it. I have a lot of memories, and I always loved it. And it seems odd, I'm sure, to you, that I'm bringing this up. Well, what happened is I was watching a video by Mr. Raffle Waffles. Excellent name, by the way. And I saw that he was talking about the leaked images, which I hadn't heard about. And I noticed on one of these images that there is a patch on the soldier's left arm. Excuse me. Now, I would like you to look at this soldier's left arm. The patch is of a brown olive green shield icon sort of thing with the Big Red 1. That's how the actual division got their nickname, which is a Big Red 1. It's also been called the Bloody 1, I believe, and other names as well. But it's mostly known as the Big Red 1. And Treyarch, back in 2005, a month after Call of Duty 2 came out, created this, Big Red 1. Well, let's take a look at the new Call of Duty World War II leaked images. Here we have a leaked image, though it wasn't really leaked as it was by actual CallOfDuty.com. I don't believe those are there anymore, and they replaced these images. Nonetheless, even Mr. Raffle Waffles had it in his video. Here you have a soldier with his Tommy gun in hand, his grenade on his chest. You have what looks like an M1911 in his holder. And other than the hype of the fact that, it's Call of Duty World War II, finally, you also have what looks like on his left arm, as well as the soldier to the right of him, from our perspective, on his left arm, the insignia of the Big Red 1. Now, okay, I am not a newscaster. I don't do news updates. I don't do leaked updates. I don't do anything like that. Matter of fact, I just finally got back to uploading on YouTube. But this is no coincidence, in my opinion, that there was a Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 video game, and now we're hearkening back to the days of Big Red 1. If you can't see that, and you don't know what I'm talking about, it's right there. The insignia of the Big Red 1, although it's terribly pixelated, it's right there on his left arm, as well as right here. And it even looks as though those might be Germans? Is that a German soldier? This might be a scene where we are capturing enemies now, I think about it. But I'm digressing. The main focus here is the one and the fact that we are now dealing with the 1st Infantry Division of the U.S. Army in World War II, which we went back to in Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 over 10 years ago. I don't know how this is going to affect anything. I don't know if there are theories that can begin with this. I don't even know if anybody's noticed this. All I know is I loved Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1. It's how it got me into video games, essentially. And this, harkening back to the days of old when knights were bold of Call of Duty with World War II, we have confirmation that we are going to be dealing with the Big Red 1. That we are dealing with the 1st Infantry Division of not Call of Duty. That we are dealing with the 1st Infantry Division of the U.S. Army. I am excited. I don't know if this means, maybe this is like a customization in multiplayer, but this is clearly from the campaign in my opinion. And because it's from campaign, maybe the pre-order is going to be focused around the Big Red 1. Kind of like how Battlefield 1 had a lot to do with the Harlem Hellfighters. Maybe this will be like that. Where you're going to have a certain segment of an army being focused on. Maybe this will be a side mission or something. I don't know. It's bizarre to me that we're going back to something we've already done. Because Call of Duty, it's done multiple World War II video games. That's obvious. We know that. This is something that we've known for a long time because guess what? That's what they used to do. But they've never explicitly gone out of their way to redo the same kind of material, I suppose. And by the way, if you've never played Big Red 1 Call of Duty 2, I highly recommend it, or at least watch a playthrough of it. It's literally like, I don't even know, 2 hours on easy difficulty. It's really short. But, it had Mark Hamill as the voiceover, and, which is by Luke Skywalker, if you didn't know that, and a lot of other things like that. But the big thing that I want to focus on here, other than the fact that Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 was an excellent game, is that Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1, I don't know if there are people from Treyarch that joined Sledgehammer. I don't know if Sledgehammer went back, looked back at it, and said maybe people won't remember, or if they're going to use the Big Red 1 as an inspiration or even like make callbacks to that game. Remember, the game came out in 2005. I don't know if I said that yet. Call of Duty 2 came out in 05, October. Call of Duty Big Red 1 came out in November 1st, 2005. So that's what, 12 years ago? And now, when we're finally going back to that era, after basically 10 years, I don't know when World at War came out. I think that was 08. So that's what, 9 years? After 9 or 10 years of not having a World War II video game, we are now going back to a video game within the same series of the same concept, of the same outfit. It's bizarre to me. And I don't know what this means, but guys, if I am not alone here, tell me if you are excited for the Big Red 1, because I loved Big Red 1, if you can't tell. I love the Call of Duty game, and I love the infantry division of the 1st Infantry Division, I should say, because of the video game. And after I played it, I started doing research, and it's always stuck with me. The idea that these people were the first of their kind in a way. I mean, I don't know how military, I'm going to be honest up front, I don't know how military ranks work. I don't know much about that. And I'm not going to pretend like I do, because I have massive respect for our armed forces, regardless of the branch. And, every day they're risking their lives, and I will always be grateful. So I'm not going to be a poser here and pretend to know, I know what I'm talking about whenever it comes to outfits and infantry and armed forces and that sort of thing. I do know a minimal amount because, yes, of video games, but also because of my interest in history. But the fact that we're going back to Call of Duty 2 Big Red 1 in some way, shape, or form, let me know if you guys are excited for it, and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think this may affect the new Call of Duty coming out, because I have no idea how this is going to affect anything. This is something that I did not expect, and when I saw this, I was watching Ruffle Waffles on my iPad, and I usually don't do anything during videos, just watch and go, oh, okay, it's not even like one of those snort laughs, like, oh, like iFight or something, it's just like a laugh. But this, I just go, oh my god, what the fudge? And I said those words because this is the Big Red 1. We're going back to a game from 05. I can't wrap my head around it, and I don't know why it's not getting more attention. Probably because I would assume people didn't really play Big Red 1. It makes sense. But, guys, let me know what you think this could mean for the future of Call of Duty World War II. I'm just kind of in a swirl of thoughts right now. It's hard to wrap my head around this, and seeing this right here, by the way, this is on Internet Explorer, Xbox app if you're wondering. But I mean, right above the, what is that? Private rank 2, 3? I don't know. Again, I'm not gonna pretend like I know. I'm just gonna guess. So I don't know what that insignia stands for. But the fact that this right here is not only on one soldier in the main picture, like the forefront right here, but also on him right here? Like, come on. Come on. We're obviously dealing with the entire division of Big Red 1. I keep saying division. I hope that's the right word. We're obviously dealing with everybody involved in that group of the Big Red 1, and I'm excited. This just brought my hype level from like a 10 out of 20, or like 5 out of 10, I guess, to double 10, 20, double 20, 40. Just, I am through the roof. I want to know more about this insignia. I want to know why they did this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And I'm excited. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button, show your support, because it's motivating more videos just like this one. Always remember to keep on crusading, guys. Take care. And as always, goodbye. Oh, I'm excited. All right. Have a good one, guys, and goodbye.